Hi lovelies, welcome to day 5. I'm indoors today because there were some noisy kids outside. So I wonder how you're doing with your diaphragmatic breathing and your feather breathing and your samavritti. Basically, until we really get the hang of this idea of, so put your hand on your chest and the other hand on your lower ribs and touching the belly. So notice, is your chest moving? Can you just make it all happen in your where your lower hand is? So this diaphragmatic breathing is really going to run a thread through the whole 30-day pranayama and hopefully to the rest of your lives. And so it's quite important to become aware of it becoming almost like something that you remember whenever you're brushing your teeth, whenever you're in the train, as much as possible, either just slowing it down or feather breathing. So notice as you slow it down, as you start with the exhale where the belly draws in, and then relaxing the belly as your ribs open up. And you've all sent me your baseline breaths per minute. They're all fairly average, but they're none of them are optimal. So we could all do with decreasing the number of breaths per minute which is a sign of good health and a sign of good athleticism. So some of you have to go down by 2 or 3 breaths per minute, some of you maybe even more over the time. And if the more this comes into your day-to-day, like when you're sitting at your desk or whatever, the quicker you'll see the change. But it will be months, I'm just telling you. So, get into your samavritti. So there is something, and we're counting maybe 3 in, 3 out. Maybe see if you can go to 4 in, 4 out. Maybe 5 in, 5 out. But there is something about 6 breaths per minute, which is has been found scientifically to be, or thereabouts, so sometimes it's 5.5 or whatever, it's been found to be our most optimal reset timing, where the autonomic system is in perfect balance, where the pH is in perfect balance, everything. So see if you could do either 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, that's 6 breaths per minute, yeah, or 6, or in for 4, out for 6. And if you're struggling, back off, come down to the lesser numbers and just notice over the months, over the weeks, how available that is to you. So that's called coherent breathing when it's 6 breaths per minute. I don't want to confuse you with another word. Let's just stick with diaphragmatic, slow, low. That's all you need to remember. And the nose. So remember, your first defense for your immune system is up here, right? Not in the mouth. And already you can save some breaths per minute just by getting to keep your mouth, remember to keep your mouth closed, because we breathe, I think 22% more if we breathe through the mouth more frequently. So remember to keep the nose closed, even when you're walking. We'll talk about getting fit with it as well, but another week. So for now, continue with your samavritti. And notice if over the time you're starting to slouch a bit, in which case the lung cavity is chest open, but not peacocking out. Because notice that if your rib cage peacocks out, it can't move as well as if it's beautifully vertical. And you may find that you start having discomfort in your legs or whatever. What would it be like to not be reactive with it and observe sensations, pins and needles, passing my awareness, tightness in my hip, passing my awareness, and then go back to your breath. See what happens. Because sometimes the mind forgets that it's got a problem. And sometimes I look like 10 minutes later and I've completely forgotten about my leg. And I'm like, oh, that stopped being discomfort. Yeah, it's lovely. Oh my God, 5:45. I'm going to leave you now. Do it as long as you can. Enjoy the stillness at the end for as long as you can. You could do feather breathing or your regular diaphragmatic Ujayi nose breathing, as long as you want, wherever you want. Okay, so have a lovely day, a lovely evening. I'll send you some stuff as well about breath rates. Alrighty. All the best. Bye.